Today we are going to revise our second chapter, that is addition and subtraction. Students, you already have your revision worksheet with you. From that worksheet, I am going to solve certain question, and likewise I am going to explain you or revise the concept which has already been taught. So in the second chapter, we saw properties of addition. Then we saw addition by estimation, and then there was a concept of addition by compensation, and the last topic was number pattern. Okay, moving on to the properties of addition. What were the properties of addition? Do you remember any of the property of addition? Let's see. There were three properties which I taught you, that is associated property, commutative property and identity property. In the first property, that is associative property, the order in which you associate the addends or the number does not matter, or you can say that the order in which you group them does not matter. See, 23,500 and 6,000 are grouped, and in the second part 6,000 and 35,000 are grouped. So the answer for both the numbers will be same. In commutative property, the order of the addend does not matter. That is, you can exchange or you can replace the addends. You can exchange the addends. 35,000 is first, and in the second I have exchanged the place of the two digits. Clear? So the answer remains the same. The third property is the number does not lose its identity when added to 0. Clear with it? Now moving on to the question from the revision worksheet, question number 18A. This is the word problem, okay, from addition by estimation. Clear? The Himalayas act as the great mountain wall of our country in the north. It has Mount Everest, which is 8,848 meters high, and Kanchenjunga, which is 8,598 meter peak. These are the two peaks which falls in Himalayas, which are in the northern part of India. Find what you have to find. This is the information which is given to you, two peaks and their height, and you have to find the total height, okay, to be scaled if the mountaineer wants to climb the two. So total height we will find out, and then what we will do, we will compare the actual sum and the estimated sum. So moving on to the solution, what we have, we will just write it down first. We have the height of Mount Everest, which is 8,848 meters, and we have height of Kanchenjunga, which is 8,598 meter. Now I'll find the total height. To find the total height, what I have to do, I have to add them up. So having the place value chart, we will add. Starting from the extreme right, 8 plus 8 gives me 16, 6 and 1 carried over. 1 plus 4 plus 9 gives me 14, 4 here and 1 carried over. 1 plus 8 plus 5, 14 again, 4 and 1 carried to the thousands part. 1 plus 8 gives me 17. So the total height of both the peak together is 17,446 meter. So my first part, that is to find the total height, is over. Now the second part, I have to compare the actual sum and the estimated sum. This answer is the actual sum. So I have to find the estimated sum first and then compare them. How I'll find the estimated sum? What you do to find the estimated sum, children? You round them up. As it is 17,000, I am going to round up to the nearest thousand. So here we go. The answer would be 17,000 only, because the digit to the right of the rounding of place, that is 7, is 4, which is less than 5. So I am going to keep the number to the rounding of place as it is, that is 7 only. So it comes up to be 17,000. Okay. Now comparing the two, what you observe is the estimated or the actual value is greater than the estimated value. Clear? So my second part is also solved. and then I'll write my final answer, that is the mountaineer have to climb 17,446 meters to reach the peak. 2 peaks. If he has to climb the 2 peaks, the total height is 17,446 meters. Clear? Moving on to the next question, that is question number 18B from your revision worksheet. There are 363 roses and 537 tulips in Mehul's garden ready to be taken to the market. Using compensation, find the number of flowers produced in Mehul's farm. It's garden, Mehul's garden. Clear? Going with the solution, first we will jot down what information is already given to us. We have number of roses and number of tulips. Okay? And what we have to find? We have to find the number of flowers to be that is produced in Mehul's garden, and we don't have to simply add them up, but we have to add by using compensation method. Clear? So starting with the solution, we have number of roses, which is 363, number of tulips, that is 537. Now I'm not going to add them up using the place value chart. Why? Because I have been asked the method of compensation. Compensation method, you remember students, we do 3 steps. That is, first we round up, then we add, and then we compensate. Okay. As the number are in hundreds, ones, tens, 100, what we do is we will round 3-digit number, no? We will round off to the nearest 100. Clear? Any of the 1 digit, you have to round off to the nearest 100. So I'll write around the first digit, that is 363. If I round out to nearest 100, what will be my answer? My answer would be 400. So I have to add 37 to 63. So what I'll do is I'll add 37 to 363 to round it off to nearest 100, that is 400. This is my first step. Okay. Now I will add 400 plus 537. Clear? I'm not going to add 363 plus 537. I'll add 400 instead of 363. So 400 plus 537 will give me 5 plus 4. Just visualizing 5 plus 4 is 9 and 37. Okay. Then I am going to compensate. First I have added 35. That is my action. Now I will reverse my action. That is, I'll deduct 37. That is, I'm going to compensate 37. So I'll deduct 37 from the answer. That is, I'm going to have 900 as the answer. So by using compensation method, I found out the answer that there are 900 flowers produced in Mehul's garden. Clear with it? Students, sorry for the inconvenience. Here it is a garden. Clear? The next part is the number pattern. These questions are not from your revision worksheet. They are just randomly chosen by me. So I'm going to just explain you the concept of the number patterns. The first question is, starting from 560, write a pattern of 5 numbers. And the rule is we will add 40. Okay. So the first number you have is 560. Now I will have an imaginary charter. You don't have to write it down. You have to imagine so that the addition is done quickly. Okay. 560 plus 40 means below 6 I have to write 4. So it will give me 10 and 1 plus 5 will give me 6. So if I add 40, I'll get the answer 600. Clear? Then again, if the frog jumps to 40, I'll get 640. Yes, I'll have a visualization chart and the number will be 640. Frog jumping forward by 40 points, so it will turn up to 680. And then again 40 points will give me 720. Again 40 points will give me 760. Clear with it? You have to find only 5 numbers. Okay, so stop here. Clear? The second question is, what will be the 10th number in the pattern? I have to directly find the 10th number. So what is the pattern? It is 1200 or 1250 and 1300 and 1350. So I can visualize that the frog is jumping forward by 50 points. 50 here, 50 here, and 50 here. So my rule is addition of 50. Now I have to find the 10th number. So the frog is jumping how many times to reach to the 10th number? The frog will jump 9 times only, and he will reach to the 10th number. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll add 50. How many times I'll add? I'll add 9 times only, because the frog is jumping 9 times. Okay, so 9 times I'm going to add 50. That is 9 5s are, I know it is 45. So 9 50s it will be 450, and I will add 450 to the last number. Yes, no, students? Yes or no? If the frog is going to jump 9 times, it will jump from the first or from the last number? It will jump from the first number, no? So I have to add 450 to the first number and not the last number. It's obvious and it's logical, children. Okay, so I'm adding that 1200 plus 450 will give me 1650. See, I have not written here 1 because it's a visualization chart. I just have to add the hundreds place. 2 plus 4 will give me 6. That's it. And 5 I'll visualize, 1 I'll visualize. Okay, so the 10th number would be 1650. Otherwise, you can also find by adding 50 and then find out the 5th number, then 6th number, 7th number, 8th number. That is also correct, but that is time consuming, children. So this is the easiest way. Okay, I hope you are clear with the concept of the second chapter. Hope to see you soon with a new topic. Till then, enjoy your time and study well, children. Thank you.